Hey friends, and welcome to my Generation Games vlog. Over the past weekend, we attended 3 different events, and Generation Games was a convention that we went to on the Sunday, and it was our last event. It was held at the ICC in Darling Harbour in Sydney. So for us, it was only a short bus ride into the city, and then we were there. This event was hosted by the team of Oz Comic Con, but it was the first time that Generation Games has ever happened, so I was very excited to attend, and I was even lucky enough to be a content creator. So we grabbed our media passes and went inside. It was super cool to see a convention that was more video game based, as I know a lot of the Aussie conventions usually circle around anime or comics or TV shows, so yeah. We did do one little walk around, getting to see what the convention actually held, including the tavern, the food, what kind of stalls there were. Of course, they had the usual ones like the collectibles stalls, Curious Empire where you can get some dorky nerdy clothing, which I absolutely love, and the sword stalls, which I did of course circle back to later. We did need to leave the convention pretty quickly to go and grab some coffee because I needed the energy, so we were stamped on the hand and then we went down to Darling Quarter into the Nest to grab some coffee. Then it was straight back inside and we were ready to go see some friends. I did also try to capture as many cosplays as I could, and then we went straight back to the main stage where they were having another panel which a few of our friends were on. When we arrived, they were going through the things that they liked and disliked about certain merch products for different games and series that meant a lot to them. One of the other things that we came to the convention for was the fact that I was also on a panel and it was due to start pretty soon. So we went on another quick wander around the hall and definitely eyed off some chainmail and armor that they had on one of the stalls before we met up with some friends and prepared to go on stage for our panel. Ours was called When I Grow Up I Want to Be a Content Creator, and just focused on us as creators, what kind of content we made and our experiences.
Alright, welcome everybody to When I Grow Up I Want to Be a Content Creator. We're all grown up and we are content creators, but you know, you get the idea. And then next we have the wonderful Just Ellie Will Do, or Ellie. Everyone say hi, Ellie! Hi! Hello. Ellie has been creating social media content for over 4 years now, alongside a current career in editing and a history of community management, filmmaking and dabbling in game development. She has a wide scope of interests that she covers in her videos and streams, with a main focus on gaming, art projects, travel and event coverage. Welcome, Ellie.
Hi, for anyone who just has like a lot of hobbies and wants to make content on all of their hobbies, I think I try my best to cover literally every little art project and traveling thing that I do. So I hope my input helps.
It will. Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us.
For anyone who is interested, I will upload the full footage of the panel on Saturday. Once the panel was over, Alk and I were quite hungry, so we did go back down to Darling Quarter to Yume Burger to get some food. And it was straight back inside to go catch up with some friends, do another few rounds of the hall. I even visited the sword booth again and picked up Galadriel's dagger for my collection. I did want the Corrupted Master Sword from Tears of the Kingdom, but it was a little bit out of my price range, so I just settled for the dagger instead. Around the expo hall, we did run into the cosplayers at the photography booth, a stall called Light Cured Technologies, which has a lot of dice, and even ran into our good friend Steve over at the Minecraft booth. They had a really cool light up enchanted diamond sword there, and I was eyeing that off, but again, I didn't want to spend too much. They did have some other cool areas like the merch booth, the D&D booth, or a VR area where you could have a free VR experience. I did also notice a collectibles stall that was selling a lot of old consoles, and I noticed that the LARPing stuff was quite big at the expo as well, and you could walk up to these NPCs with the exclamation marks above their head to do quests around the convention itself. Another exciting thing that we found was some tattoos, and I almost spontaneously got a Zelda tattoo. However, I didn't want to regret it later, so I didn't get one. I am a very indecisive person, and I think a spontaneous tattoo probably won't go down so well. But our friends Jaden and Nads did get some tattoos, and I was cheering them on from the sidelines, and they turned out super cool as well. As we were trying to leave the expo hall, Alk did come across some giant Rubik's Cubes, and of course he just had to give it a go. It probably didn't help that the guy behind the counter was egging him on and saying that he definitely couldn't beat it, but I hate to say it, he was right. Alk didn't end up beating the Rubik's Cube. He did put a pattern on a slightly smaller one, and that turned out okay, but the big one was just too big. This particular stall also sold some LED badges and hats that you could program to put your usernames on there. I saw a couple of friends that actually bought some, and I am kind of regretting not buying one myself because I think it'd be cool to wear to future events like this. Generation Games ended up being a really cool event to see. Even though it was a little bit smaller than the usual events we go to, it had a lot of different experiences and things to buy, so I am definitely keen to see if Generation Games comes back next year. Huge shout out to Generation Games for giving me a media pass and the friends that I was on the panel with. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy the vlog too.